name is Kawena Charlot, and I'm the director of the School of Intuitive Living. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about clairvoyance. So clairvoyance is, the real term for it is clear sight. It's a French word, and what it means is you're able to see energy. Basically, if we want to really boil it down, it means you're able to see energy. You're able to see sort of beyond this normal physical sight that we're seeing, and you use your inner eye, which is right here, and you're able to see energy. So that's what clairvoyance is. How is it used? That's really the question. So different people use clairvoyance in different ways. So artists are able to kind of see, sometimes they're able to see a product that they want in their mind's eye, a painting or a sculpture or something like that, and then they go and try to replicate what they're already seeing. Sometimes people that are engineers or some kind of mechanics, sometimes they can see images almost like in their minds. They can see how a machine is going to work. They can turn it around. They can look at it from different angles. They're using their clairvoyance when they're doing that. I just yesterday was listening to a really fascinating interview about a woman who was talking about a NASA engineer who was going to sleep at night and then waking up and visualizing. So he was using a couple of different psychic abilities with this one, but he was able to visualize a whole different mechanical situations in his head, and then he'd sort of relate it to his people and draw it out. But first it started in his clairvoyance. That's how he was starting it. Now I am the director of the School of Intuitive Living, so we use clairvoyance in a number of different ways. We do clairvoyant readings, we use it to heal, we use it to impart information, we use it to kind of go to venture around and do different things psychically. And one of the things how we kind of do healing, and part of how we read is we read what we call mental image pictures. So when people are going through their life, they are able to, pretty much everybody does this, where they store everything they've seen. If you put somebody under hypnosis and you said, how many red cars have you ever seen in your life? Somewhere in the subconscious of your brain, you would know exactly how many red cars you've ever seen in your life. And most of that is completely useless information, which is why it's way back in our subconscious. But we store all of that, and we call them mental image pictures. We store every little vision, every picture, everything we've experienced. It's stored in our body and our, in our auric field, and sometimes it can get a little clogged up. So by reading those, by manipulating them, by changing, by enhancing, by releasing some of those pictures out of our space, we are able to, give amazing healings to ourselves, to other people. We're able to kind of give really interesting information to people, and we're able to really, it's pretty fascinating. It's very complex, and I've seen miracles. I've seen absolute miracles in my school with kind of manipulating energy and using clairvoyance, especially with pictures. And it really allows people, this kind of clairvoyant, now different people different psychics use clairvoyance in different ways too. So the lineage that I'm from, this Berkeley Psychic Institute lineage, this is how we use our clairvoyance. We primarily use it to heal and to read, and to adventure. Where was I? Don't hang up. This is a good one. So basically, so when we're reading these pictures, it allows us, by manipulating and changing and shifting and getting rid of a lot of these pictures, it allows us to really step into our power. It allows us to be much more authentic with who we really are. It kind of helps us create, the more authentic, the more we step into our power, the easier it is for us to create the life that we're wanting to lead. And the easier it is for us to kind of handle the world around us too, because say you had an event that you didn't enjoy in your past, and okay, we'll use a car accident for example. Say you had a car accident when you were 16 and you stored somewhere in your subconscious, and sometimes you would get behind the wheel, and you could go from 0 to 60 in 2 heartbeats because you had this car accident. So you could easily kind of get what we call lit up, where all those pictures kind of get inflamed. So by releasing a lot of those pictures, the 0 to 60 would go from 0 to 60, 0 to 50, 0 to 40. The reaction, the emotional reaction to that past event would get lessened as all of that past subconscious pictures and energy, we call them, starts to kind of get turned down. So that's just kind of an example of how we use pictures, but it's absolutely miraculous and fascinating, and I love it. Now, it's back to clairvoyance. Anybody can do this. Anybody. This is not like, oh, I went to, only the fancy few. No. Anybody can. I'm going to just show you that right now. So close your eyes. Everybody watching this, just close your eyes. And out in front of you, I want you to envision a red apple. There, open up your eyes. If you could see the red apple, you could be clairvoyant. Anybody can be clairvoyant. Anybody that's read a book and seen the story play out in their mind, they're using their clairvoyance. That's what that is. So anybody can do this. And so obviously if you want to do readings and stuff like that, there's a lot of steps and tools that you can take to do it, but anybody can if that's something that they want. So if expanding and enhancing your intuitive abilities and your clairvoyance is something you're interested in, I teach beginning classes and also more advanced classes in psychic development, spirituality, and healing. So if you're interested, check me out at KawenaCharlot.com or write me at Kawena@KawenaCharlot.com. You have a nice day. Bye-bye.